Hello, everybody. I've been posting up some tone for quite a few years, and I've had people to ask me if I could explain a little bit about what's in the signal chain on some of those videos. I do end up always kind of chasing down an EVH kind of thing, but I do love to get clean, and that's the only way I could be happy and spend hours upon hours in the garage. So, per a couple requests, I'm just going to kind of take you through what I use, and if it helps, great, and see what happens. Anyhow, for that most recent Van Halen medley thing that I did, I was using, of course, the AVH guitar, which I don't play often, but I do love it. But because I don't have the neck pickup engaged, I really don't play much with it. I'm running stereo into these three cabinets, as well as some 112 cabinets over here that I'll go into. Anyway, let's start from the primary amp. So really, my primary head is this small box Plexi. It's a 50 watt and I love it. Secondarily, this 100 watt up on top, this guy right here, which was done by Jose Arredondo. These are my current settings, and these would have been the settings in that Van Halen medley video. Again, this was done by Edwards guy in Pasadena back in the early 90s. It took a hell of a long time to get it back, but when I did get it back, I'm really glad that I never sold it. So then I've got a 78 Marshall down here, but that one video's got a little over 100,000 views. That was this guy right here, believe it or not. And when I ran that, I was going through this EQ and that delay. The lexicon was out. The quadriverb was out. I was just running that EQ setting right there, along with this old Digitech thing for delay. Now, that wasn't in that recent Van Halen thing, so that's not what's cooking. I do have an old 5150 that I've kind of held on to. It's the old signature model. When I bought it, it was missing the front, so I put a new front on it, painted it, and put a cool little badge on it that I like, that I made. And I have this 2-rock, which is absolutely amazing. Little plug for my old 80s band there, one of them anyway. I run this as a speaker cab only. There's an amp in it, it's hot. I just disconnected the speaker and I put a Celestian Blue in there. That's running from one of the speakers. Okay, so for that Van Halen thing, all three of these heads were on. In addition to these three heads, I added this 74 Marshall, the one that you see the blue plug going into. These are the settings on that amp that I was using that day. So now let's take it through the path, coming from the Eddy into this pedal board. Okay, hit the fuzz, it's not on. Hit the wah, it's not on. Hit the phase, it's not on. Vibe's not on. Flange is not on in that Van Halen video, but I do use the shit out of it because I love it. Go through, I've got 4, really 5 dirt pedals there, and then I go into a delay and then into the RV7, which is a great friggin' reverb. I love it, and it gets that Romeo's Delight kind of thing. I don't believe this Echoplex was in the chain at the time. I think I was just delay and verb down on the board. But, so the way this rolls, guitar into fuzz, into wah. Then I come down into the color. So you got the flange vibe and the phaser. Then from that, you come down into the dirt. And here's where that tone came from, okay? So I've had some real nice people make some real nice comments and ask me what was going on there. That was this golden plexi. And I hit the golden plexi with this rat, which was modified by a really good friend of mine from back in the club days in the 80s. His name's Paul Trombetta with PTD Design pedal. And man, I don't know what he did to this. I don't use it for distortion at all. It's just for a clean beef boost. It adds a lot of low end for me. I hit it with a little bit of volume to push whatever on the left side of it is. And of course, the tone that gets picked up is the pedal to the left, right? So from there, I had the delay on, and then I had the reverb on, and then I went into this tripler, which takes me into a 67 plexi, 78, and a 1970 small box plexi. All right, those go out to each individual head, like I described. These three guys right here. Okay, these heads then go into these 3 412s. This one's mixed with, it's a Marshall cab. I just recovered it and didn't put the logo on it, but it's filled with 2 greenbacks and 2 Fane A60s. This bottom cabinet is full of 4 25-watt greenbacks. This guy up here is also a 412 Marshall that I've had for years, and it is full of 4 greenbacks. Okay, so that's what's going on speaker-wise over here. Then I run this 112, which has a Eminence governor. I run this 112, which has a Fane A60, and I run this little 112, which has an Eminence governor. I also run this 112, which has an Alnico Blue. That's the deal. That's the whole setup. That's the way I take notes after every time I play. I'm a kind of tweaker, so I want to keep my shit together because I'll forget it by the end of the next week kind of thing. Again, Echoplex was out. That little Echoplex pedal wasn't part of it because I didn't have it then. It's really just right here. Guitar into pedal board into these 3 plus that one on top right there. And that's the signal chain. Nothing fancy. My pedal boards are never pretty. I'm learning to get better at it, but generally, I grew up on Van Halen, so it wasn't about how pretty it could be. It was more about, can I make it sound the way I want it to? And I'm super happy with the things that are going on right now. So let me see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 112s running and 3 412s. So there's a lot of speakers going on here. As far as this old dude, this again was in that video that got all those views. It's got like 100,000, and it's just that EQ and that delay into this 1978 JMP, which was modified back in the 80s for me. And that's that. The settings that I ran for that video are those blue or green marks on that thing. Most likely the green. Okay? I hope this helps. Thanks everybody for watching my stuff. I appreciate it. And everybody's so damn cool. I really like the vibe on the whole YouTube thing, and hope this helps the people that were wondering. Thank you.